And we are back for another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos.
Hey guys.
Sorry for the cliffhanger last episode.
Last episode.
Last
episode.
Yeah, where we last left off. Well, no, I'm not going to say that yet because we've got our actual. This is our actual introductions.
It's going really well.
This is a professional podcast.
Should we start again? Should we just straight up start again?
Nah, leave it.
Oh,
Perfect.
Any plugs?
No.
No any
Send
plugs.
best wishes
Plug
to
your
Johanna and
headphones
Mitch. She'll be doing uni
Yeah.
soon.
Oh yeah. Bye.
Good luck, guys. Well, you already
We didn't
doing
discuss
uni
the
by the
thing
time
during
it's
the
in.
break,
That is
but we
true.
should discuss
Hopefully
that
you're aced an
afterwards.
exam by now.
All right.
Tweet them. Tell them how much you love them and miss them.
That would honestly mean
Mitch will
so
cry
much to us.
and it will delight
Please
me.
give
I
them some
will
nice
cry.
feedback.
I get emotional when I see your guys' fan art come through. I'm like, oh my god, it's Onion fan art. Oh, it's so amazing.
So, that's everything. Then let's jump in to another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos.
Oh, that's
And
scary.
welcome back. I just put on my mystery playlist.
Spooky. Are we starting? Woo!
Yeah. So, last time, the party fought Lord Netharis, former acolyte of Asmodeus, who was seeking to subvert his promise to the Lord of the Nine. This was not to Asmodeus' liking, and so he sent Anya on a quest to kill him. So, having having sought him out at his holiday home, basically, his second home, the party
people.
fought him, and Anya, paralyzed by a curse placed upon her by Netharis for much of the combat, finally was able to draw enough strength to unleash one final arrow into Netharis, killing him. At which point, he also collapsed, veins pulsating blood red and her eyes sparking red as well. And he lies unconscious on the ground. That was where we left off. So, what do you want to do?
I am there.
Okay, so you don't.
I am already there.
You take 8 points from your infernal wounds.
Oh, yeah, that's,
Oh, right. I was down.
that is absolutely a-okay.
Not Newman's priority. It's fair,
Yeah. So what would that be? That'd be, I believe it's that.
By the way, you guys did hear screeching. And also,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Newman's just.
Yeah, there was.
Anya pronounces it Asmodeus because
Both are acceptable.
Asmodeus is just going to make me think about Amadeus the entire time.
Asmodeus.
Rock me, Asmodeus, yeah.
So he's going to absolutely dash the F over there.
That guy's dead, by the way.
And he's going to feed Anya a concoction of a potion of greater healing and tears.
Alright.
FYI.
Raven is 4d4 plus 4, I believe.
I think so too, yes.
Wait a second, I have it on here.
Okay, I've
No,
got
I
it here.
just have
It's
the-
4d4 plus 4. So.
FYI,
Why
she's
did I
still
not put that
unconscious.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
He's looking at you and you look dead.
Yeah.
No, she's seizing. Like
yeah, it
she's
looks like she's dying.
seizing,
Yeah.
But it looks like
she's
she's dying though.
Anyone
So,
else want to do
5,
Yeah, does this
10
look
plus
like
Hercules!
demonic in any way?
It looks infernal in nature.
That's not okay.
Bertie hurries out as well.
Okay.
Kaiser's
but
going to
slowly,
go
'cause
out
he's very
sort of
slow.
defensively.
Okay, Neumann, you take another 4 points of damage from the infernal wound.
What's going on? What happened? Are you guys okay? What is the
you
guy?
see Anya seizing up on the ground while Neumann occasionally
Neumann,
is...
what happened, Neumann?
I'd imagine probably gritting your teeth for every
absolutely.
like 6 seconds as the
Yeah.
wound flares up.
Yep.
I don't know. Can someone do something to heal, cure, something?
Okay.
Another 7 points of damage.
Has she been given a potion?
Fine.
What's going on?
I'm
Bertie,
giving
crouches
you a
down
potion
next to
right
you, trying
now.
to check her out.
How many was that?
7.
By the way, I rolled the healing. Thank you, because she had taken a lot of damage still. But
Bertie pulls out his little a wand of detect magic, and he casts detect magic.
So you see like the magic glowing from like all the magic items that you have.
Is Anya
can I let Bertie see this? Can Bertie see a very familiar kind of magic?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
you
familiar
technically
in a sense.
wouldn't by raw, but yeah, I think you see that there is some sort of familiar but different essence to
What's happening?
Okay.
to what's happening.
But Bertie drops the wand and he grabs your wrist and has a look at it to see if there's like a marking there. I'm guessing no.
Neumann, another 4 points.
Okay,
down.
can I check myself
Yeah,
just to
can I
see
check
how the
Neumann
fuck
as
can
well?
I?
Neumann is like pulsing.
Yeah.
So
if Neumann
you
says
see
something, I'll
you
heal
see
him.
where the wound from the glaive that actually hit you is, like in between some of the plating of the, like a gap in the plate of the adamantine armor. You kind of take off like the shoulder piece briefly and see that it's almost gangrenous.
Ooh.
Oh
And
no,
it's
is
just-
Neumann going to lose an arm?
And it's just blaring
Look at
with a dark infernal energy.
Would you be able to perhaps roll a medical check or something to be
Roll me a
able to?
medicine check.
Can Caius help with this?
Yeah, so roll it with advantage.
Sure. And can I go guidance?
I'm gonna imagine this is happening
Sure.
while Bertie's trying to check
Probably.
it.
Yeah.
Otherwise he'll heal you.
And Rook's inspecting her.
She's just teasing out. I don't know. Is she having like a fit? Is she like? Is
looks
this
like
normal?
something
Magical? Or,
21.
21. Yeah, so you manage to staunch the wound and
Oh.
it slowly starts to recede. It's not
Oh,
completely
okay.
gone, but it's not
Cool.
like it's still leaving a mark. But
He does not care.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably going to be some sort of scar, like minor scar there, but nothing too major.
Yeah. And yeah, he wants to do some sort of, I guess another medical check on Anya to maybe see if he can realize what's going on. Does it look magical in nature? Does it look similar to what he just had on his arm?
As you're doing that check, she starts seizing once again quite violently. Like she still was, but it had died down a little bit. And she's seizing again and she's screeching, but within her screeches, she's like, Bryn! No! And that's broken in between like these horrible demonic screeches.
I don't know what's going on here.
I will say, Bertie, you didn't notice it at first because it's not as clear as the mark that you have. But there is this is almost like a direct brand, like it's been burnt into the flesh. A symbol of like 3 triangles shaped to make a larger triangle. Roll me a religion check.
Now imagine while I'm rolling, Bertie, this is no mean feat considering she's convulsing and the others are
roll me
freaking.
the medicine check.
I'll do another guidance, but I don't have advantage.
And the others are freaking out.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
There'll
just
be
a
a
12.
13.
Just a 12.
12 and 13.
There's something in the back of your mind that like this seems infernal of some sort. You can't place the exact entity, but it definitely seems.
That's fine.
You feel like you've seen it in some sort of tome on infernal beings. So what was your medicine check again?
Mine was a 13.
13. You like you're struggling to really do anything to help. You're not hindering anything with a roll like that, but you're not.
I want to know what Birdie was going to do.
Yeah, what were you gonna do?
So considering you guys are fussing over it, so it's no mean feat, but when he sees that brand turn up on her sleeve, he like grabs the bandages. I imagine it probably like come loose, but she has like all down her arms, and he like quickly ties them back up again over that brand.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, look, I can try and figure out what's I don't think there's anything immediate here. It doesn't look like something medical. We shouldn't try to restrain her because that'll be worse if she's having a fit, but I'm gonna try,
Please take her inside. Please,
Yeah.
for the love of God.
Look,
fucking
let's take her inside and we'll see what we can do. Big
All
muscly people, pick her up.
I'll do it.
I will assist.
We go to.
While they're doing that, Anya, as you're unconscious, you describe what you imagine you are seeing at this stage, because you've clearly got
Yes,
an idea.
so
I will jump in when I find an appropriate moment.
Anya's in her unconsciousness. At first, she starts in a dark room. Or, like, not even a dark room, just in a void of nothingness. And it's almost calmly, like, unnervingly calm at first before things start swirling around her. And by things, I mean memories. So there's her as a child one time when she accidentally injured a friend. There's the memory of her parents dying. There's a whole basically mishmash of all these scenes of wrong things that have happened and mistakes she's made. And as this chaos sort of swirls around her, she's taken back once again to the day she lost her sight. But it's a few hours beforehand, and it's the morning, and it's an argument that her and Bryn and Archer are having about what direction they should go. And Anya can see herself arguing and saying they should split up and should cover more ground, and that they're strong enough to be able to hold up against the evils that they are defeating and to help those lesser that need it. And then it cuts to Bryn slaughtered in front of her, and she's weeping as she's watching this. And more things keep swirling around. The darkness that was cast in the ritual, the conversations she's had with all of you where she's lied and hidden things. And Anya, the actual Anya, standing there is gasping and crying and looking around, and she's confused and she doesn't know.
As the visions drift through, you start it's almost fairly ignorable at first, but as the vision become more and more recent, start see and eventually feel the heat of flame engulfing the imagery. it's not affecting the imagery at all. The people you are seeing are not reacting as if they're on fire, but you see this flame as if it was real, and you feel the heat of it until you reach the most recent vision, and it fades and is replaced by the figure of very clear devil.
Anya's like, she's in tears at this point, but it's almost like she's fuming with a quiet anger. And she just turns to him and she's like, that was it, wasn't it? That was the deal.
Yes, it was. There's just one more thing that you need to make sure to do. The puzzle box, remember? But to
You
all intents and purposes, yes, that was.
I should never have tried. But I'm sure you're glad you got what you wanted.
I feel vindicated. I put my trust right place.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I'd not done this, would my soul have ever really been yours?
Oh yes. In the contract, gave you the powers that you gained in Wild Shade. Don't just get power for nothing, my dear. Especially not when dealing with devils.
Oh, this is it.
I mean, you're still alive.
But at what cost?
Well, that is entirely up to you. Strictly speaking, I do not currently have ownership of your soul upon your death. It is still yours to deal with as you see fit. However, I am willing to grant you further powers in exchange for it or something of great enough value.
Why would I do that after everything?
Has Hafren not been a
Don't
true
bring
and
him
loyal
into
friend?
this. He's different from you.
But he isn't. That's the point.
You may not think so, and you may think that your devils and your children are yours. But trust me, you have no idea.
Could be more powerful.
I will let him decide that. I'm not like you.
Well, that is your choice.
Guess we'll be seeing more of each other, won't we?
Of course. Now, time to find that box. And you are drawn out of the vision, and everyone else sees Anya suddenly wake up with a gasp of air, as if she was like drowning or something beforehand, but with no splutter of water. But yeah, just
Interesting.
coming out of this.
she's awake.
It's alright. It's
You-
alright, you're here.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm so sorry. She looks at Caius and Rook and she's like, I'm so stupid. He already had me. I can't escape from this now.
It's alright. Whatever's happened, we'll sort it out. Just take deep breaths, alright?
Neumann,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Don't you worry.
you were right.
Okay, so Misa player just wants to say, I know. Sorry, I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like, no, push it away. Push it away.
I
That doesn't matter at the moment.
never.
Are you okay?
No. I never should have done this. But it did not matter anyway. It just sealed what I had already done.
Has that devil done something?
I think maybe we have to have a conversation. I have to explain myself. And then there is something that I must do in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We were just fighting devils. Was that guy a devil, or is that what we're talking about right now, or?
It's just like, my bad.
Maybe it's best if you sit down for this, Neumann.
He goes from being like half prone to just sitting down because he is hunched over you at the moment,
Yeah.
like
Imagine-
empty potion bottle in one hand.
We're sitting
blood in the
inside,
other.
by the way, on the floor in front of
Yeah,
the
'cause remember you
fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've dragged all in.
You dragged her in just as.
But I imagine
we
that's
went
what
to the
Newman's
vision.
still doing that though. I imagine like
Can I do something to fix Neumann?
If you have something,
Magically, just
Well, it's not.
however.
if you have something.
I don't have anything healing.
Like you
I have
see
protection
like
from good and evil.
there's a pretty like
I
gnarly
mean, you
like
could cast that on him if you want.
Yeah.
there's a pretty gnarly
Would you
like
let me flavor that as helping him?
Helping him in
And
what
again,
way?
if Newman is in trouble.
Well,
like,
I'm
Birdie
I'm
can help him,
protected.
but yeah.
I deserve to be
From
protected.
good and
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want none of that.
If
Nor good nor evil.
Just neutrality.
Yeah.
All we are here.
I imagine like probably I don't know what Caius is doing, but at least for what you guys are saying, like Rook and Newman like right over you.
protected
Birdie's probably
against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Caius was over you, but then as Newman came in, he stood up and he's about 5-10 paces back.
Yep, so birdies.
Yeah, Birdie was probably standing a little bit away, like going through his like satchel, like got like lots of different components out around him, like healing equipment, like proper healing, like first aid kit stuff. But yeah, so he's a little bit, he's just kind of hanging back a bit.
All right.
Are you like bleeding or?
No. Currently, I've.
She does
sorry.
it
Newman
to
healed
try and
himself.
help. Newman, please give me your hand.
Yeah, sure. But also during this, he goes, now, if we're going to have a conversation, we need time. I think there's a dead body out the front. Can we also possibly bring that in, maybe? Because
That might be
just
a
from
good
memory,
idea.
I don't think there were any like walls or anything to this place. It's just
No.
there's a dead body in the front yard of this
Caius, what are
noble's
you?
house.
We'll take care of it.
Good job.
What are you
Yeah,
doing, Anya? Because I'd like to have this conversation.
I'm hoping this will help. And she casts protection from good and evil. Does it help? Shall we let it help?
I am
Come
currently
on, rule of
not under the
cool.
effects of anything, but I do feel safe.
That helps.
If
That does the trick.
any effect from a like fae, fiend,
Oh,
undead,
actually.
what have you?
It's an effect
Fae.
from a
Yeah.
fiend.
Hey.
Faye, whatever it is.
Protection from his
Oh.
own soul.
Fuck! Why just fucked up your shit?
Yeah, you.
It's only
I
temporary.
think technically it's supposed to be a remove curse, but I'm gonna
So you'd like-
allow it. Like
Do I just a
you what?
temporary?
you have you
It's only temporary.
like you have the realization that like this sword is growing more powerful, but it is like yeah,
It feels
like
subdued?
there's kind of like a
That's not
kind of
gonna
white
fix that
noise that was in the back of your head where the Fey influence was. Just goes quiet,
Your tinnitus is cured.
and you feel like
Temporarily.
that is. I'm using a cursed sword.
Yeah.
I can't unattune from it. Can I get rid of it now? I don't know.
To be fair though, Neumann
Do
still like
I
that
want to?
upset.
I don't
You
know.
probably just had
Yeah.
a brain
Like,
fog
it-
anyway.
I don't know when.
So, like, he'll acknowledge it. He'll be like, thank you, Anya. I definitely feel a lot different right now, but... And I think I know the reason, but it doesn't matter at the moment. We need to have this conversation. You
Yeah,
need
but you're
to...
not still bleeding out, it's the problem.
Yeah,
No.
No,
the
no.
target can't be
He's
charmed,
fine.
frightened, or possessed by
Yeah,
them.
doesn't-
I would say, given the nature of the curse,
Yeah.
this would work as a temporary
Yeah, sure.
way of
Very cool.
Sure.
That's really funny.
So it legitimately
That's
did
really
help.
funny and useful.
So
But
it
yeah.
lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes with concentration.
Yeah, sure. So have we got that dead body inside now?
Can we
As Rook and
actually-
I are, the battle map isn't on. I don't
Yeah,
think.
but still, it helps for my own
Okay.
brain.
As we're going to collect the body,
Yeah.
I just want because no one else is coming out, are they? It's just the two
No,
Yeah.
it's just you two.
Yeah.
muscle boys.
Yeah.
Just want to quickly. I don't like any of what's just happened. I think we need to be careful.
Or is a bummer of a situation.
Understatement of the campaign.
That's it checks out for Rook.
Gotta say, I'm kind of worried for Anya. She seems real shaken by what happened.
Yes, that's what I meant, of course. Grab the legs, would you?
Absolutely.
And we carry the body
Yeah.
inside.
Anya, as they come back in, she's like, I think maybe I owe an explanation from the start. My first dealings with Asmodeus started.
Do I know who that is?
Roll me a religion check.
Would me saying Asmodeus help with Birdie?
I'd say, Bertie, roll me a religion check with advantage.
for the like symbol.
23.
23. Yeah,
That's a
Asmodeus.
13.
13.
You got advantage.
Yeah, that was an
I'd
advantage.
say that's at least enough to
But he
like,
doesn't know much about religion.
with the fact that you had like the
He's like, oh, it's a dead
symbol
person.
ringing the bell, like that's enough to connect the name and the symbol. It's not necessarily enough to know.
But he's just like, oh,
Is it-
it's a devil
So-
person. I
So
already knew
you
that.
hear the name,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's whose symbol it is.
Yeah, but Newman knows
Who
exactly.
was he again?
Newman literally
And then
interrupts you.
Newman
Yeah,
like
Goes,
knows that he is Lord of the Nine Hells.
what was his name again? How do you pronounce it?
Asmodeus.
Yeah, Asmodeus.
Anya
Some would
pronounced
pronounce it Asmodeus. Like it's
Yeah, but that's how Anya.
there doesn't seem to be a true consensus.
Yeah.
Both
Anyway,
are generally accepted.
Asmodeus. The Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine Hells.
I
The-
did not know it was him until about half an hour ago. But yes, my first dealings with him was 20 years ago. What was the name of the battle?
It would have been.
Did it have like a great historical name?
So it's been it's since been given the title of the Shade's Last Stand.
I was one of the fighters in the Shade's Last Stand. my party and I went to help. We thought we were strong enough to help more than the volunteers. Archer was among them, as well as Bryn, who, it's her pipe that I handed you earlier today.
And also Neumann stops you there, and he just quickly goes into the bag of holding and hands you a sort of like, it's not like a pile, it's almost like a bundle of like cloth with rope tied around it as well. And he hands you that, and it's, you know, roughly pan flute sized. It's shaped, and sized. You gave this to me earlier. I'm going to give it back because I do not trust myself with it.
She takes it and she unwraps it and she smiles at it a bit sadly, and she's like, in that battle, we split up to try and help separate. And that was my fault. And when I found Bryn again, it was too late. He died in my arms, and that was the last thing. And it's not excusable, but I was desperate to find a way to see her again. And for that I knew I needed my eye. And for months I would call out every night to anyone who would listen to try and get my sight back. Until one day someone answered. But it did not go how I planned. By the way, if you're looking closely at her, her eyes are still red. So that hasn't faded. They're like a dull, sort of pale red that crackles and shines a little bit. And
So essentially almost forming like a pupil to the iris of the filigree.
Yeah, true.
yeah, pretty much. And she kind of sighs a little bit and she's like, Hafren was the catch of the deal, I guess, as he became my eye. And my sight was not returned in the way I thought. And ever since then, everything I've done has had a taint of darkness. Every decision I've made, I've had to make considering the devil on my shoulder. And
He made you do this, didn't he?
I was visited before Wild Shade.
During Wild.
Well, yeah, but it was before, like,
Yeah.
what happened.
That's what
Yeah.
she's saying. Yeah.
Before what happened at Wild Shade, I was visited, and he told me he wanted me to stop the ritual. And he offered me power to help do it. And I was a fool and accepted it because I thought it would help. And now, the world is ending. And his exchange for this power was for me to kill this man. And that has happened and has sealed the deal that I will never be able to. I don't expect any of you to accept it or to trust me, but this is what has happened.
I don't care what's happened. It's definitely very unnerving. But why didn't you say anything? Why did you go through all of that bullshit? This is the first time you've heard Neumann swear.
She kind of balks a little bit.
And not lean on us at all, in the very least. That entire thing that we just did earlier, that argument we had, if I had have known just how serious this was, I would have helped you in a heartbeat. And I was in no way whatsoever going to abandon you, but I was trying to stop you. And I would not have tried to stop you if I had have known how serious this was.
She looks down at her lap and she looks kind of a bit guilty and has this heaviness on her shoulders, and she's like, fear is fickle, Neumann. And the last time I had someone I considered family, I was the reason that he died. And my relationship with you and my relationship with Bertie is wildly different from my relationship with her. Like, very, very different. Very different. You are more like siblings, yes?
Were you two,
We won't get into that right now.
I think they will lean lesbians, Neumann.
I was going to say sisters. I guess, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
she
She
was-
was my soulmate.
Oh.
But when that is taken from you in such a violent way, and you know it's your fault, sometimes you do stupid things to try to make sure that doesn't happen. I did not want to hide this from you because I was afraid of how you'd react to me. I wanted to hide it from you because I didn't want either of you getting hurt from it. And
I'm going to stop
Bertie,
you there.
as the first time that you are hearing this, I'm sure you are also shocked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know as well as any of you that sometimes it takes time to trust, and you should tell things on your own time. And I'm sorry that my time wasn't sooner, and I hope that if this ever happens again in future, you will be understanding.
Absolutely, but I need to stop you there. And I need to do some explaining myself, and I have something I need to get off my chest right now.
If it's fleas, I don't want.
You're getting me out of the mood for this. The reason why I didn't want you to do this is and I don't think you understand how much this particular mission means to me. Going back to Karas, this literally means everything. And especially now hearing that you didn't tell us about this because you didn't want it to hurt us, I didn't have a choice whether or not I was going to leave Karas or not. I didn't have a choice whether or not this sword of mine has cursed me for probably forever. I don't know. But the one thing I can choose to do right now is to help you. And I would have actively chosen to help you if I had have known what you were going through right now. That was the one choice that I could have made, and I didn't know how serious it was for you. And I got selfish. I decided to take the security of this job that we're doing right now and see my homeland over protecting someone who I consider family. So please, let me decide whether or not I want to risk being hurt.
Okay.
From now on, just please, all of you, don't keep so many secrets.
Neumann,
You guys are my family.
it's okay. I will tell you everything. From now on, I am an open book, but please let people come to things in their own time. It's not always a slight against them.
I know, I'm very emotional right now.
I know. And she doesn't look at Birdie, but she just kind of brushes like the side of her neck somewhat towards Birdie, just as a form of acknowledgement, just of this is okay.
Freddy looks at you, but then he's suddenly very interested in sorting out the materials he has.
I will say, with your passive perception, I'm assuming that expression that you made, the thing about like, don't hide this from me, said, would have been like at least a micro expression of Bertie.
Yeah, but she also knows stuff about Birdie, so it's
So
not too far of a stretch. Like, it's not a stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would have. Yeah. So you.
She knows Neumann had, not Neumann, Birdie has something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's why she
That's
went
why
to Birdie
she's
in the
saying
first
You
place.
do
It's,
see that as like a micro expression. Not enough.
Depends on what Newman's focusing on, I guess. So.
Newman doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Anya sees it.
literally
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
focus
but that's-
Oh,
is-
yeah, that's fine.
she
That's
would have
fine.
done that anyway, so it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what can we do to help right here, right now?
There's a box somewhere here. I think I have to be the one to find it. But if you can help me.
Yeah, yeah, hang on. And Brady will come up. Finally get up and kind of creep up and put his hands on you.
Hug. Hug.
No.
I can imagine if Birdie
She
like,
was like, oh, we're hugging now?
if Birdie ever got hugged, he'd like have his arms in the air like, ha ha. Like that's what vibes I'm
I'm
getting.
pretty sure he actually did
I
that
love
once when Neumann did it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he's
like, not
gonna cast
reciprocating.
Cure Wound, Cure
Actually,
Wounds.
no, you go. I
Few
wanted
words
to-
on you at 4th level. So he's gonna heal you for 20 health.
Nice.
So he touches you and then like that, again that slightly wobbly energy like surges into you. Doesn't look too.
Are you guys, are Rook and Caius right next to each other, or
Yeah.
like?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. So what are you looking at right now?
The
Dead
floor.
body?
Where the dead body is?
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, sure. You hear like very fast footsteps approaching to your side. You both look, and Neumann is there, arms outstretched, and gives you the biggest fucking hug, both of you. And he's like, "Thank you so much for doing this when I didn't. When we stayed back, you guys went, and because of you, Anya is still alive right now."
No, of course I would.
Anya kind of...
I'm not letting any of you guys get hurt. We're a
And
team.
as bad as this situation looks right now, we'll get through this. We'll get out of this. We'll work something out. But right now, can we just help Anya? And we'll worry about everything else after.
I think I can do that.
Happy
All
to.
right. Newman's going to cast Find Traps.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So basically, you sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. That is 120 feet. So I guess if it has to be a line, or no, it's just line of sight. Yeah. A trap for the purpose of the spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator. Thus, the spell would sense
So
an
you have to see the area.
It's line of sight.
Yeah.
So
Is it concentration?
it is not concentration, it's instantaneous.
So you don't see any traps?
Don't see any traps in the big room.
No.
And even sort of here and there.
No.
No? Cool. From what I can tell, I don't think there's any traps. But I should do probably a more thorough look in the other rooms.
Can I ask you both to search those other rooms? Have a word with you.
Sure.
Absolutely sure. Goodbye.
He is going to lend you a drone, which can specifically...
He was just like, I'm here. I'm doing everything.
What
Is that
is
the
this?
reconnaissance drone?
It's so there's one
your
that has something to do
robot
with traps. I'm not sure if it's to
thingy.
disarm or detect, but it's one of them. Sorry.
No. What is this, Neumann? It's making a clicking noise or some
So
mechanical
it's
noise.
a trap finder. The infiltration drone
Yes.
can use an action to disarm a trap or pick a lock. So this guy will help you if you do happen to find any traps.
Oh, okay.
Has
He may
proficiency-
be a little bit better potentially at helping you with any traps you may find. I don't trust this guy.
Sure, for sure.
So you take this with you.
I will do. Hello, little creature.
So, for the skill
Do you
the
have
drone
a
It's
preferred name?
it's like turbines like wind up and down really quick. It's like
Preferred name?
So its
I'm
its
gonna
modifier
assume-
for the skill it
Well, I
has
don't know what your
proficiency
pronouns
in
would
is
be.
your spell attack modifier.
yeah.
Well, let's go find some traps. How
So
does
what
that
is your
sound?
spell attack modifier? So it'd
Spell
be
attack
your
I think is a
intelligence
plus
Did I
7.
go
Plus
off to
7.
some-
I'm
Plus
sorry,
seven.
but Birdie asking a robot what its preferred pronouns are gives me
extremely
the
cute.
best
It,
happy feelings in the world.
It spins
I imagine-
around twice.
That's something, but that's okay.
And then it sort of like leads you into the room.
My pronouns are
Alright, so I'll get
Still allowed to
each
have
of
very
you to
loose
roll
view.
me an investigation
Gender
check to try to find things.
Would I have the increased, would I have my expertise in this from the level up? I don't experience any benefits from the level up.
I would say that kind of benefit probably would.
we have a quick dialogue while they're doing
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I just
Yeah.
wanted that to be real quick.
Birdie doesn't find it. It's a 9.
that.
Caius, while that's happening, is now kneeling over the body.
Alright.
So Anya sort of tentatively approaches towards the both of you, standing over the body, and she clears her throat because she doesn't want to sort of invade spaces. So she's like, can I have a word with you both?
Sure.
Of course.
I want to, I guess there's a lot, I want to thank you and also apologize and also check in because that was, well, it didn't go how I expected. And I dragged you both into that. That wasn't okay.
We chose to come along.
Exactly. And
But-
defend you when you're in danger.
I know you wanted to bring him to justice. And I'm sorry that I did not uphold.
What's done is done. We just need to learn from this.
Technically, it was self-defense.
He did not attack us once.
He I thought he laid a spell on Anya, but yeah, it
He put
is
a spell on
a
someone.
regret and summon many a creature, but it
I didn't see it hurt Anya in any way. Anya just stopped moving. That's what I would do if someone was threatening my life.
that's fair.
He was trying to escape Asmodeus. Asmodeus sent us to go and kill him. He tried to run away from us.
Anya goes like really quiet and she's around and she's like, I am sorry this happened. And I do not wish for you to be involved in this any more than you want. And if you do not want to be involved, I am happy to. No, happy is the wrong word. But if it would make you more comfortable, I do not want you to have any fear or anger or resentment towards me. So I will not ask on you again. And I hope that you both never have to make any
We shouldn't. And I don't think we do fear you or resent you or have any anger towards you. You apologized to us before. I don't think that was necessary. Can you, in all honesty, apologize for what you've done to him? And I gesture to the body.
Yes. This was the stupidest mistake I've made, and I was responsible for the death of someone who I would give the life of everyone on this earth. And yet, this was still my biggest. I truly am sorry that this man died. And I'm not just saying that as a form of remorse for what has happened because of it. But now it's just two souls that Asmodeus has. And he could have gotten out of it. Maybe he would have gone about it the wrong way and we would have ended up here anyway, but he should have had that chance. I took that from him in a moment of fear and weakness, and I am sorry for that. And more than that, I'm sorry that you both had to be brought into. Just wanted to check the chair. To thank you for the help you have provided. I will never forget.
I do have a request. It's not too much trouble.
Anything.
Not for me, but for him. And I hold out my hand. Give me your hand.
He reaches out.
And I place both our hands on the man's chest.
Oh fuck, what's happening right now?
No!
You said that you were sorry. Close your eyes.
Closes her eyes.
You're not doing some sort of magic stuff?
No, I don't. Magic is no. What do I look like?
I've seen some weird stuff.
As I kneel down, my plate armor jiggles. And Caius closes his eyes as well. And he just tries to pray to whoever above. Dear lords and ladies above, help this misguided man and find the path to redemption in the afterlife. Teach him to be a better man in death than he was in life. And I just sort of hold that pose for a moment.
Do you say that out loud?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Slowly and choosing every word very carefully. And then I let go.
Neumann, what did you roll for your
Oh, right. I did that, which it is now very good. So I believe that was a 23.
23. So,
20.
Would Rook have had anything to add to that? Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. So
23,
Do your
yes.
stat check, but then let. No,
Okay. So,
it's all good.
with that, you'd be able to like search out
go
that
back.
room. Go
So,
go back to help Bertie with the other room.
Sure. And with my drone as well, it also has a plus 10 modifier, I found out. So,
Oh wow.
it would be whatever it rolls plus 10 because its dexterity modifier is plus 3, which
no,
gets the.
so it doesn't add its dex to that. It's
Oh, okay. Well, then it's just plus 7 on whatever
yeah.
it rolls. Then.
It's still that's still great though. So you find the following. You do find a strange box made of weird materials. None of them really seem familiar to you, which is strange because you've looked into varying materials as an artificer. You find an ornate dagger that seems to almost have like a constant heat to it. It doesn't burn to the touch, but it's definitely warm in an unnatural way. You find a potion that you recognize. I think you saw a merchant selling one of these all the way back at the festival of wine. Back in episode, like the first couple of episodes. So you would potion of climbing.
Ah,
You
yeah.
recognize
I
it.
bought that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have that.
He will be laying these. He won't be claiming it. He will just bring it back into the middle and say, "Hey everyone, here's what I found."
You find a
No
pair
help.
Because this is
Oh,
yeah.
Bertie.
Sorry. Hey everyone, this is what me and Bertie have found.
You
Yeah.
find a pair of ornate red and gold archery braces for both wrists. And they look very magical. Very like there's very ancient, but
Do we find any belongings of another person? Was there anyone living with him?
Yeah.
no.
That
There's
shopkeeper
the shopkeeper.
is totally.
Well, I would say
boyfriend
it'd be
or
the other way
husband.
It's
around.
like
His
the
husband.
orphanage that he had in the house. And
Yeah.
like, several
Why do you
children.
think he chooses
Photos of
this
his-
shithole to holiday?
That's
There's a
it.
few
It ain't the locale.
there's a few like art objects of moderate value. So a golden bird cage with an electrum filigree, a brass mug with a jade inlay, bronze crown, a silver necklace with a gemstone pendant. You find on top of the potion of climbing, you also find a potion of healing and 2 potions of greater healing. And finally, coins. You find 100 platinum pieces, 1,900 gold pieces, 5,000 silver pieces, 400 copper pieces, and 4 coins of a denomination of metal that you don't really recognize as any particular.
Similar to the box.
It It is a similar material to some of the materials of the box. Yeah.
Yeah. This is also technically stealing.
Anya refuses to take any
Yeah.
of the money, like,
Yeah.
at all. When you guys bring it out, she's like, I cannot.
I
I
just
took this man's life. That is
you-
enough.
yeah.
So how are we
is that a
playing
thing?
this
Do you
one? Are
touch
we-
Can you please call or message Athena somehow
Yeah, for sure.
and get Athena to come here straight away?
Yeah.
Preferably.
Is anyone carrying the coins when you're lying out there?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Would you have been
Yeah,
carrying
so he
coins,
siphoned some of those into one of his sleeves before we got there.
including the strange ones?
Oh no.
I
Yes.
was just
Yeah?
going to
No,
say
just like
Newman.
the gold. He likes
Newman
the
would have
gold.
been carrying everything, I'd imagine, but
Right, well,
What
Newman's been carrying,
happens?
so it's
Just
fine.
tell us.
yeah.
Like you
How
definitely
many people die?
no one dies.
4 of us.
It's fine.
But you touch at one point one of those stranger coins, and you feel this overwhelming feeling of despair from within it, like rage and despair, as if there's some sort of creature within it or entity that is in like incredible pain and anguish.
Can we keep them? They're our new friends.
I guess, like, while we're carrying it over to dump the stuff there, like, they just obviously like, oof.
I have me as a player has a few suspicions of what this is. I don't think it's a good thing. But yeah, can you please get Athena to come here as soon as
for
possible?
sure.
Perhaps even exercise some form of caution.
Yeah,
Because the more time we can have by ourselves, the better.
yeah, for sure. I'll step out and I'll message her.
We gotta
But
find
he goes
some
to
way
do
to
that.
play this whole scene too. Like, are we gonna
And I believe this is probably the
Self-defense?
box that you're
No,
after.
he fell down the stairs repeatedly.
He was planning on being a lich and admitted that openly. I think that
We have no proof of that.
convocation won't.
Is he a lich?
He was going to become one, yeah.
How do we know for a fact he isn't a lich right now? I'm assuming I would know what a lich is.
Because he died.
Yeah. Robbie and I can't check to see if you know what a lich is.
Because he died and he is still dead.
Probably not, actually. So that's an 8.
You've no idea what a lich is.
I guess you're right. I don't know. Aren't liches like really bad or something? I guess. I don't know. I'm mainly just guessing here, but it doesn't sound good.
Look, I will explain things to Athena. None of you need to get involved. This is on me. But I do need to open this box now, and I don't know what's in it. So, maybe stand back.
weapons ready?
Newman, the last box that Newman was in the presence of that opened poisoned everyone.
Yeah, true.
So he's going to step into like the entry foyer and behind it a desk.
So you're attempting to open the box.
Seeing Newman
Yeah.
do that, I'm going to follow because I trust
I will
Newman's
remind you,
judgment.
he said, like, feel
Was it
free
done?
to open it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you don't have to.
Yeah, no.
But, yeah, so
Yeah, Birdie's outside.
you
chatting to Athena.
spend... Are you watching
Sending.
from afar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you spend about an hour trying to work out this puzzle box.
Yeah.
Puzzle book.
Those watching on notice that, like, every now and then, like, Anya will zone out. Her focus will break momentarily, as if the curse is, like, that was bestowed upon her is still lingering. So, Anya, roll me an intelligence investigation check.
I will say halfway through this, Betty comes back like, yeah, she's coming. She'll be a little
13.
bit though. 13 for Anya.
Now roll me a wisdom saving throw. So you can't, no matter how hard you try, you cannot work out the mechanism
23.
by which to open this puzzle box. And you actually begin to feel the puzzle box bite back
23 for wisdom.
Yeah. And it screams out into your mind as, like, at the end of that hour, and you take 12d6 psychic damage.
Well,
which will be
shit, that's a lot of
halved.
dice.
Okay.
It will be halved, and I think I rolled reasonably poorly, so...
Well, that's good.
Is this technically an attacker I can see?
No.
But the box is attacking me.
Yeah, but it's not an attack. It is an effect.
Yeah, this is like every time I want to use when I see an
I
attack,
don't have a
can do
good
something.
investigation. I don't know why people keep expecting me to have a good investigation.
To be honest, I just
No, you
expected
just keep
to...
looking at things.
Nice. So that is 19 points of psychic damage.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
Good thing people healed her.
Yeah.
So. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm not opening this box after all. She says after screeching in
Yeah.
horrible pain for like a minute.
With like the worst headache she's ever had.
Yeah.
Can she have used that same hour to have re-summoned Hafren?
No, because you're actively
Okay.
dealing with this puzzle.
Caius is just going to toss you a greater healing potion. Just hearing you scream.
Oh, it is. It is fine. I have one.
I have a lot of them.
Okay.
So,
What's
take one.
greater again?
I'll give you one of them.
And he drinks it right away.
4d4 plus 4.
The greater, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
you messaged Athena?
Yeah, he's messaged her.
Yeah.
Comes back, he's like, yeah, she'll be here in a bit.
Alright.
We're gonna get a hustle on.
Yeah.
And all Ben's gonna do is kind of awkwardly hang away from you guys, but he is gonna scoop up a lot of the demon ichor into some files.
Okay.
So, what items were there not gold?
So,
The dagger, he would also present, Neumann would present the dagger
Yes.
as well. And the archer braces.
so are you identifying them, or?
I'm literally
you
not...
got-
Like,
do-
they've
yeah,
had the whole hour. So they can probably...
I don't actually think I do.
I know Birdie can definitely identify.
He
'cause
can
she's
if
got an
people want him
Book of
to.
Shadows.
He'll do it.
So you can take.
If
the
you
tw-
ask him, he'll do it.
Yeah. You could take the 20 minutes to
Yeah,
identify.
because we had an hour. Like,
There's
you
a
spent
whole
a
hour.
little
Yeah,
bit of
yeah,
that
yeah.
messaging
Okay.
Athena.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to message.
So the dagger is a Hellfire dagger. It
course
is
it is.
a minor magical item. Any humanoid killed by an attack made with it has its soul funneled into the river Styx, where it is reborn instantly as Lemure. So basically, cannot be revived.
Well, I don't want it.
Someone-
Newman is not taking anything.
Someone grab the card.
Oh, okay.
the card is
Yeah, I'll take the cards for the stuff
The
and...
braces are braces of the braces of Norduel. Legendary vestige of the gods. Specifically the god Norduel, the husband consort of Aras. Yeah,
We got some
The
Aras,
husband consort of us.
of Aras, the spider queen.
Of us.
Yeah, it's us.
So we got some
Um,
evil AF stuff to like sell on fantasy eBay.
Yeah.
We can't
No.
give that to someone.
Neutral, the neutral evil flame prince.
By the
There's
way, the
nothing-
Hellfire
Let's throw it
dagger
into
does not have a value,
mortal.
and that
Freddie
terrifies
has
me.
no
should
interest.
So
not.
into mountain. Yeah.
Um,
Fire.
So while wearing these braces, you have proficiency with longbow, shortbow, rapiers, short swords, and crossbows, and you get a +1 bonus to damage rolls on dexterity weapon attacks. Additionally, when you hit with an attack using one of these weapons, the target takes an additional 1d6 fire damage, and you can cast Fireball once per day using your dexterity modifier to saving throw. Additionally, you feel that much like your staff, there is potential for these braces to grow in power.
Oh, yeah.
I
these the only
communicate
items?
that.
Yeah, other than the ones
Okay.
I don't particularly feel
I think
like we should take any of this, to be honest, because these are his possessions. But if he is found to be, if this is a just thing that we've dealt with, then perhaps. But can any of this incriminate him? Or
I have a suggestion. I don't think that anyone should have this dagger. Do we trust the convocation if we put it into their
I don't trust them
Do
at
you
all.
identify the coins at all?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, if people ask Bertie to, he will.
I want to know what they are.
I entrust the convocation.
So the coins are soul coins, minted from infernal iron, inscribed with infernal writing, spell that magically binds a single soul to the coin. These coins are basically minted souls.
Yeah, so don't ask me how I know that. It just kind of came into my brain, but like I really don't like this. Bit creepy.
Are they for? I'm guessing they're part of Lichism, maybe. Newman
just
doesn't.
bad
But
guy
More of an
stuff.
infernal thing. So
This guy was kind of a bad guy.
the
These
soul
weird things.
coin can be used in a number of ways. It can be used to drain life from the soul's essence to gain temporary hit points. It can be used to query the soul trapped within it, and I think that's all the uses.
Is there a way
This-
to free the soul?
Yes. So casting a spell that removes a curse on a soul coin frees the soul trapped within it, as does expending all the coin's charges. The coin itself.
We could show this to Athena. She might be able to do that.
A soul can also be freed by destroying the coin that
She's good with dead
contains it.
stuff, so you know.
I hope so.
Which
Alright.
which can only be done with Hellfire weapon
Huh.
or an Infernal War Machine's furnace.
Cool. We should talk to Athena first.
Is that
do that, though.
what? Does Bodhi say that, or is that
Yeah,
like
he just says that.
Okay.
Apparently he knows that from identifying it.
on your
His 8 wisdom. 8 intelligence, yep.
It would probably
Anyway.
be at around this point that Athena shows up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caius took a short rest as well. while we were
Okay.
Doing that.
What happened? Bertie sounded kind of panicked. I don't
Athena?
know, hard to tell with him sometimes.
Athena?
Thanks!
Athena. We killed a man. He was
Not
becoming
what I
a
was
lich.
expecting.
He
Okay.
had plans to become a lich. We don't have proof, but we do have soul coins that he had in his possession. And a Hellfire Dagger. Do I have the Convocation's permission to use the Hellfire Dagger to free these souls? Because it is really making me uncomfortable.
I'm gonna say yes. Free the souls.
Wait, what? Someone was talking about the Hellfire Dagger. You were talking about the Hellfire Dagger.
Yes.
Anything that you kill gets sent to the River Styx.
But the souls
The
in
souls
the soul
cannot-
coins can only be freed by a Hellfire weapon.
Or
or
by
by
using them.
removing a curse. Well, let's do that instead of potentially sending these souls to hell.
Athena, would the Hellfire Dagger send the souls to hell? I would rather not send them to hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like limbo or hell.
It depends on the nature of the soul itself. If it was
Yeah.
someone who was going to go to hell anyway, which most soul coins would be.
This is a very
then-
morally grey kind of adventure.
Yeah, then they would.
But if they
simply
were a
return,
good soul?
then they would go back to whatever plane most aligns
Okay.
their, their deeds.
Caius, may I?
I don't.
I don't believe, from what I've read on Hellfire weapons, I don't believe their effect applies to soul coin freeings.
Oh.
Perhaps this is
So
something.
you can stab the soul coin with the Hellfire weapon. It does the Hellfire weapon only has that effect when it kills someone.
Oh, so not
Yeah.
when it actually interacts
Okay.
with
Yeah,
the soul.
yeah.
Okay.
No.
So they'd just go to hell, but they don't get turned to mush.
Okay, party
They wouldn't
decision.
Oh
necessarily
no, they get turned to
sent hell.
demons.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
yeah.
Party decision. Do I free these souls right now? It's really making me uncomfortable that they are here.
Likewise,
Yeah.
I think it might be a
if
good
it's
idea.
safe
Okay.
for it.
She stabs them like in quick
Yeah.
fire succession.
Okay.
There's that thing with the hand.
There's like
Yeah.
there's like a brief like scream from each that turns into a sigh of relief.
Cool.
It's very disturbing.
I think that was okay. Mixed
Athena,
noise.
can the convocation be trusted with a Hellfire dagger?
Yes, I believe so.
You didn't sound very sure.
I mean, I would say yes.
Can you be trusted with a Hellfire dagger?
I would hope so.
I trust wholeheartedly.
Bertie?
Athena's done nothing but good stuff for us. I
Look,
trust
I'm not
Athena.
part of this conversation, so do what you will.
You are a part of this.
I do not want any part of this.
Okay.
Do what you will.
That is an active choice, I would.
And
Luke, Caius?
With all due respect, I don't know you. I think we met briefly while you saved my life. Thank you for that, by the way.
We've been on a ship together for the past 2 weeks.
Well, yes, no, I don't know you very well. Well, we've never spoken.
Just the entire time.
Yeah.
What? She's spoken to you and you've just ignored her.
Well, that doesn't. I'm not talking about fault. I'm just saying I don't know.
She's had full conversations and you've just been off with the fairies.
I've been drawing pictures.
Yeah.
Kai's just drawing pictures of the ship.
Fair.
And like him and Neumann sitting on the side of the boat, just looking up at the stars together. It'd be great. If
You know, I taught your sister.
oh,
That's nothing.
There
He
you go.
has like 1 billion sisters.
that's true, I do.
Caius,
But no, yes,
I
Hello?
have, I think, a solution.
I love solutions.
You strike me as the kind of man who is horrified by this weapon and would never use it.
Yes,
Have it.
that was going to be my suggestion.
And
I wrap it up and I put it away.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
and
a good idea.
we also found these braces and a potion.
Did you identify the braces at all?
They're of nodril. No.
Yes.
Braces
we
of,
did.
the braces of Nordjul. Okay, those are a powerful artifact.
Oh,
They might be a bit dormant, I don't know, but yeah. You remember when there was the mention by the convocation that you should probably get some stuff to help with facing Zorthra and Tathara? Those would probably help.
okay. And does that mean we can keep the potion?
What's the potion?
Potion of climbing?
That should be fine.
Neumann?
What I want to know, Athena, is this guy is a noble here. He was obviously doing some bad things, and as far as I'm aware, we defended ourselves when we were attacked.
Oh, yes,
Are
I did
we
almost
okay
die.
right now? Because I am very worried as to whether or not what kind of repercussions will come with this.
She does notice that like you've been kind of having these moments where you'll stop as if lost in something and goes, did he curse you?
Yes,
I
I'm
know
surprised
curses.
that is the thing you noticed, though.
I know curses. I do necromancy. I know curses.
I think she might be
Oh,
colorblind.
Grace! That's how you. Oh, got it. Sorry.
I think
Sister
she might
things.
be colorblind.
Oh, you're the red
Are you colorblind?
No, I'm just taking a lot in right now. Your eyes are red and silver. The silver's not that new. That was yesterday.
Can you
but
fix it?
Your eye.
Like now?
Yeah, like right now.
Okay.
That's great.
Let's see. Let's see.
Athena?
And she casts remove curse on you. You are no longer like cursed.
The eyes are still the same.
The eyes are still the same. Okay. I can't do anything for the eyes.
Athena,
Weird.
breathe. I'm about. Maybe sit down.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you the full story.
Maybe on the way to
No,
Kuras?
no, I'm just not. I'm pretty sure I'm a warlock now.
Okay.
Brady drops one of the vials in the background.
Don't tell the convocation.
Your patron being...
Don't tell the convocation.
Okay, who's your patron that you're so worried?
Well, if you can think of the worst possible person or being entity to be your patron, just off the top of your head, who would you say?
Zothram Tathara?
Second worst.
Caius leaves the room.
Ruathu?
Third worst.
Well, definitely worse.
Orcus?
Okay.
There's a lot of potentially bad patrons. There's a lot
Well,
of potentially good patrons, but there are a lot of potentially bad patrons.
you know the seven hells?
There's 9 of them, but yeah.
You know the nine hells?
Yeah. Oh
You
god,
know-
it's Asmodeus, isn't it?
Oh, well, don't tell the convocation.
Rook goes to follow
Yeah,
Caius out.
we should
Yeah.
we should definitely go, guys.
Dom.
I think
Yeah.
that's the
We
moment
can-
to leave that.
Yeah.
We can-
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's go. Please
Yeah.
don't tell the convocation.
Okay. So, over the next couple of days, you do get the message back from the ship that like it's ready to go. Caius,
Hello.
you
Actually, before that happens, I've got
Yeah.
I mean,
a different thing for that, if that's okay.
okay. There will be this one because there is.
Okay, never
something
mind,
that
that'll
sits
happen.
up down
Hang
the
on.
line, but you can.
Yeah.
No, go for it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's yeah. So yeah. So yeah. You hear the voice of Janir. Family emergency. No time to explain in detail. Please make your way home as quickly as possible.
Okay. I like to think that we're just sort of having dinner at the time or something.
Yeah.
You see Bertie, Caius's eyes go wide.
I'm sorry. I have somewhere else I need to be.
You okay?
And I stand up and I go and get everything ready on my horse.
I will follow you.
Brady starts to get up and then just sits down as he sees Rook go off.
Hey, Caius, what's the problem? Everything okay?
I don't know. My sister just spoke to me. It's weird. I asked her not to do that, but it happened.
That message.
Telling me I have to come home. Something's
Didn't-
happened to my family.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'm sorry to hear that. Didn't get any more info?
No, she's never really been one to tell us the whole story. I'm sure everything's fine,
Huh.
but all the same, I should probably pack up and go. And I start to load things into Fredwood.
Are we on the ship at the moment, or are we still moored?
Still in the.
Okay. Still moored.
You know, like it. You can charter a ship, like ship passage by sea back from here. It would take about a month to get back to Erythor.
Do I think that's the quickest way to get back?
That guy sells those gems at that store.
If you've got the coin, you can buy a gem of teleportation.
I do not.
They are approximately 10,000 gold.
I do not.
Yeah.
Well, Caius
You
Caius
can-
isn't thinking.
You can respond. You can respond to the sending.
Oh.
And you would know that from the times that you have.
Ah, that's a good point, yeah.
And you know that that one of your sisters has a spell that can send, like, gift packages.
That's true. Okay.
Like, one of your
she's
sisters
got
is a
that
powerful
spell.
enough conjurer that...
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I went through the other night and statted them out. And, yeah, it's like, yeah, nope, she would have that.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, sorry, give me a moment. Hello? You still... Oh, no, I just talk. Could you... spent a lot of money. Can you get Maria to help, please? I'll pay her back with... stuff. Hope all's well.
Okay. Like, you got hope.
Awesome. Perfect.
Like, I feel like Caius knows that he can respond. He doesn't know the exact
No.
amount. He knows there's a limit, but he doesn't know what it is.
That's
Okay.
it. I keep talking for about like 30 seconds after.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so...
Alright. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't know what to say. I wish I could do something to offer assistance.
I mean, you
I-
have important missions that you all have to go on, so this is just mine.
Afraid, yeah, I can't really turn back now. But check a messaging spell or whatever if you need any help. I don't really have any contacts back there that I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I meant to talk about it earlier, but you seem pretty shaken up about what? That mess back there where we had to kill that lich guy. And look, I've been a mercenary for a while, and sometimes situations just become a huge mess before you know it. And sometimes you gotta do bad things. Now, just saying, just try not to beat yourself up about it, about what happened.
I know.
You gotta turn those bad emotions into something else, into protecting your friends, into whatever it is that you want to do.
No, I'm not worried for myself. I'm just worried for Anya. You see, I know what grief does to someone. You know, Anya was talking about how she lost someone very close to her. I mentioned briefly, but I very nearly killed Ravenna with my own magic, my own hands. And with power that I have, and while I was doing it, I wanted to keep going. I wanted to. But something like that, you can't let that affect you. No, you've got to learn from it. Don't let your past swallow you up, but let it define your future. And that, I'm just worried that... I'm just worried.
Those are very wise words, I think. Sounds a little hypocritical because I've been through a similar situation, but I reckon you should go and talk to Ravenna. Is she okay?
I think so. I got her back to almost her old self. We agreed that it would be best if we didn't. If we parted ways for a while until I could better control myself. So that's why I do what I do. And I journey and adventure and try and learn new magic so that I can become a better person and be the person that he thought that I was.
That's a very noble goal,
So
I think. You seem like quite a fine person to me.
Thank you.
I hope your family's safe, and I hope you can get a better control of all that magic. Maybe send her a letter first before making contact.
Well,
just to see
I
if
think
she's
it might be
okay
a good
with
idea
it.
to take things slow.
Yeah, my
Yes.
previous suggestion, just, take it slow, see if she's cool with it.
Yes. Just side note, have I got a care package or not yet?
Yeah, it's probably about now that you see like a little small air elemental
What is that spell?
with like a satchel show up.
Excellent.
And the satchel opens up and you see like a pouch of coin.
I'm going to take that. and say,
Yeah.
Hello, Reginald. Hope you're well. Say hi to... Oh. Little scamp he is. Well...
Reginald is my new favorite character.
In for like a second.
You gotta roll for him.
Oh shit! I
What
put
do
my
you
dice
Continue
away.
your, continue your touching.
Wind can be hot.
Don't we know
Oh,
it in
he's a
Australia?
4.
yeah, well, Kais just sort of takes Redwood out to the side of the ship. Or out to the entrance, I guess.
It's been nice traveling with you. Quite the good sparring partner.
Likewise. I'm sure we'll meet again at some stage,
Absolutely.
and I'm sure we will, Phil.
Safe travels. I give you a friendly punch on the shoulder.
I accept it wholeheartedly.
It hurt. She's buff.
It does hurt a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm used to it. I'm going to
1d4
quickly go
damage.
upstairs, say goodbye to everyone else. Terribly sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go. I have a family emergency. I will... Good luck with all the stuff
Yeah.
and living.
Family
Learn from
is
things.
important. Please contact us. I know what we are doing is very important, and yes, we will probably prioritize that. But welcome.
I will continue to use this as a learning experience as well, I think.
Oh, what a learning.
It's been interesting.
Neumann won't say anything. He'll instead just come up to you with his armor clinking with every step. Very, very masculine. And he'll put his arm out for like a little bit of like that handshake that we did when we
Yes.
first met. He does that. However, when his hand leaves your hand, you notice there's something in your hand. It's a piece of parchment and some puzzles that he's collected for your entertainment. The letter you may read in your own time is on the next page in your little booklet there.
Okay,
Just an FYI.
I will. I will take the parchment. I'll give a nod.
He nods back.
Thank you, Bertie, for teaching me magic.
Oh, we only had one lesson, so we'd
Well-
like to talk to you more, but it's fine. It's nice to witness you instead.
That's it. Well,
Hope you have fun with your family business. Yeah, enjoy. Hope it goes well.
who do I?
Hey,
All the best.
yeah. Good luck. Yeah, actually, yeah. I hope it goes well.
And I walk over to the edge of the ship. My horse is like on the ground, like on the beach or something or other.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's like 10, 15 feet up or something or other. Yeah, and I give a sly wink to Bertie. I said, I'm learning, and I snap my fingers, disappear in the mist, and appear on my horse.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He claps. Well, he looks quite uncomfortable right now.
Anya, who was expecting him to jump off the boat and onto the poor horse,
Yeah.
is very relieved.
And I will begin a slow canter over to the magic shop.
Yeah. And you purchase the gem.
That's it.
and-
And
Yeah.
I go.
Newman just kept on
out.
waving in the window until we were no longer
Bye,
inside.
Mitch.
Bye, everyone.
As you will also be leaving us, is there anything that you want to
Yeah, for
make
sure.
of? I know there was a couple of conversations. We are running
Yeah.
bit low on time at this point.
I had so many combos planned.
If you
but I'm
really want, we
sorry.
can have our conversation between Neumann and Rook later because
That's true. That can easily pop up
it will be
later.
relevant still.
That's true.
Yeah.
I want so many chats with Neumann, but sorry, listeners.
Sorry, Anya took up so much of this episode.
All good.
It was a
The
good one.
nonsense.
Yeah, basically, I don't know if this is like the same day or like when we just hopped onto the airship, but at
At some point during the
at some point
other
during
2 weeks of the trip.
Rook is going to come to all of you if you're gathered at some point, and she's just going to say, "All right, folks, I've got some ideas about. Well, I've been thinking about how the situation is going to be at Karas and what a insane kind of plan we've got going on.
Yep.
Like, I know I want to take out the leader of the Wizards of the Ruins, and I am going to do that.
Oh.
But I've been thinking that we could probably do with some extra help on this. And there's also someone that I wanted to make a couple of apologies to. So I was thinking, you guys can scout ahead if you want, or because I don't know how easy they're going to be to find. But I think that even if I can't convince them, I can at least pay for them to help us now that I've got an insane amount of cash. My old mercenary troop, the Scaled Shields, they are very professional. They are very competent. If I can get them on our side, we've got a better chance of this.
I think that that's a very good idea.
So you guys wouldn't mind if I ducked off for a little bit? It shouldn't take too
As
long.
long as it's just a short while, we could use your lovely muscles.
Yeah, we've just lost
Yeah, it's great.
a lot
it's
of
great.
our power.
Well, that's all good. All gotta leave sometime. Am I right?
You are always welcome to come back.
Oh
and
no, I'll be back if we got the same goals, and I'm
Absolutely.
quite fond of you folks.
We'll do what we can to locate him. But we won't take him out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And you got the sending stone, so you keep that on you, and I'll send you a message.
Oh, I forgot to return that. Absolutely.
It's fine. I only just realized now, so you can keep it.
Well,
you
thank you very
can
much.
pay me the rent later.
All right, we'll see about that one.
But yeah, we'll get in
Excellent.
touch.
So we got the rest of the trip, but I might just duck off for a little bit once we get there.
That's more than okay. And
Yeah, I mean-
we didn't necessarily talk about it. I think Anya really took care of that situation. But I know a little bit from what I overheard during that interrogation we had a while ago. You definitely need to do your own things, and you need to sort out your own stuff as well. Don't take our mission as the priority over that at all. That's him referencing the stuff he overheard
Yeah.
about your barbarian tribe, or
Yeah,
that,
when you
the
interrogated that
Ganassi
particular
tribe.
person.
He
yeah,
overheard that
sure.
in the interrogation, so he knows a little bit, but he didn't come and
that's
talk to
right.
you. So yeah, he doesn't know too much, but yeah, he
That-
knows
yeah.
that there's definitely shit that you have to sort out
Thank you.
as well.
I
so.
mean, it's true. You folks are friends, but these are my family, so I need to avenge them.
Again, family comes first, am I right? Good luck. I don't know what all that you're dealing with. I guess Neumann has an idea, but I hope it goes well. We'll send you a message, hey?
Absolutely. Excellent.
Okay, so the month on the airship, all told, comes to an end. You get to port in the Bupsa Peninsula and make your separate ways. Rook off to find her old mercenary troop. The rest of you find what information you came here for with Athena. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Cool. Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks to Jenna and Mitch
Yes.
for playing
my
this
God,
for
Jenna
us.
and Mitch unfortunately have to depart from us.
Uni.
But
Don't worry,
Same.
we're crying more than you are listening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home. I'm not gonna sleep tonight. All I'm gonna do is just ball up and just ugly tear the whole way out.
Big
I think
mood.
I explicitly mentioned it. Everyone did technically level in like
Oh, yeah.
Between last episode and this
Yeah.
episode.
Um,
If you couldn't tell,
yeah.
There are
by
a few
our
references.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Few references.
Yeah.
Anya's Warlock reference.
Kai's can Misty Step now. He's even more dangerous.
Yeah, that's scary.
Nice.
The
It's
only
scary
thing-
that both of you can
I
miss
think-
these.
The only thing worse than Caius
Yeah,
is
true.
Caius
Human
that can
cancer.
move without moving.
Newman's expertise as well.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, wait, there's 3 of you that can miss these stats.
Well, technically, it's only Newman and Caius. So let us spend
And
some
Newman
time
can only
together,
do it
so-
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only sometimes.
Newman can't do it. His body can though.
Yeah.
But
I
Ben
can also
can do
dimension
some
door,
form
which
of
is
teleportation, can't he?
But,
Yeah, he can, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not Misty Step.
that's
So
basic.
just
Yeah.
Rook and Anya looking at each other while all of
I can make a flame in my hand.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
boys are just flitting about.
Yeah,
But you can also
That
win
would
a
be
battle
sight to
royale
see.
and not
Yeah.
ever die.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
that's it.
smug about that for so long.
So you got Relentless Rage. I think that's where you
Yeah.
Oh, you got that now? Oh, yeah.
My rage is even more relentless.
Oh my gosh.
So that is.
So there's a
Yeah.
lot for you listeners
Yeah,
to look
yeah.
forward
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
and
take
what
me
So
back
if
to
you
joy.
drop to
when
0
the
hit
guests
points
come
while
back.
you're raging
Very
and
tasty.
don't die outright, you can make a
Never even got
Constitution saving throw, and if you succeed, drop to 1 hit point instead.
Awesome.
But that only works one time though, doesn't it? Or
Each time you use
Yeah,
this
no, it
feature
keeps
after
going.
the first,
Ah,
the
it
DC
keeps on going
increases
up.
by 5.
Now,
So-
you all, listeners and fellow players alike, you all succeeded in your charisma saves for Anya to live and for Damien not to come and curse this entire world. So
Yeah, that was.
we are grateful for
This has
that,
been an intense.
and we should
session.
close off on that.
I've been giving advantage to our listeners for that sole purpose
Yeah.
because I do not want Damien in this campaign.
Oh, but I do so badly. Tasty man.
Thanks
Well,
for listening,
anyway,
guys.
Thank you all
Yeah.
for listening.
Yeah.
It's been
you
so
so much
good
for
having Mitch
listening.
here. I adore Caius.
Yeah,
Mitch,
Mitch
you've
done
done
so
Hannah.
well.
Thank you for
So
joining us
cool.
while you've been
Very nice.
back in
Yeah,
town.
good job. I really thought your characters were going to team up and leave together. So
Yeah.
surprise.
Then family matters.
Yeah, just happened.
What can you do?
So I'll be curious to see when they come back at some point.
Because you teleported,
Yeah.
I can tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, don't tell
guys.
us.
Do we want to do it
Count
out
down.
off
We
camera?
do
Yeah,
that
let's do it off
once
camera.
we wrap the episode. It's
do
been
it.
wrapping for like 10
Alright,
minutes.
thank you all for watching.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for indulging me in these last few episodes. I love you all.
Alright.
Cool.
Bye.
Sorry, Angeles.
What a session, guys.
I'm so sad. I cried like 3 times that episode.
Caius wants to hug